Tailwind have just released their free keyword research tool. I'm going to show you how to use it in this video, but I'm also going to show you how you can take the results and turn that into a really cool article that can get traffic from social media. So let's go and do it. So here we are over at Tailwind's brand new keyword tool for Pinterest. And the great thing is it's completely free. You do not need to be a paid member of Tailwind. All you want to do is grab your website URL and paste it in here. So I'm going to grab one of my websites and just hit get keywords. And we need to give the tool a couple of minutes to go and scan our site and then pull in some potential keywords that we can use for Pinterest. However, there are a few other things that we can do with this information, and I'll share that once we get the results. So I'll pause the video and be back in 2 secs. Okay, so the search has finished, so we can click on this and it's going to jump down. We'll just bring it down a little bit. So we can see all of these keywords, we can see the weekly change and the monthly change. So we can focus on the keywords that A, would make sense for us, and B, the ones that have some form of upward trend. So for me, this one, easy Japanese recipes, something I could potentially include on my Pinterest profile. And the important thing to note is it's not just a case of then going out and creating an image related to this keyword, but we need to have somewhere to send people who click on that image to. So we want to make sure that we have a post on our website related to that particular topic. So let's go with easy Japanese recipes. I'm going to click on this. Now, obviously I could go ahead and write my article, but to speed things up, we could leverage on AI. And there are a few ways that we can do this. My personal preference would be to head on over to Koala Writer, and then we're going to create an article. So in this case, I'm going to click on Claude 3.5 because it creates articles that are less wordy, and that's really important for me. I'm going to come down and I'm actually going to choose listicle, and the target keyword is going to be easy Japanese recipes. I'll just capitalize that. And we're going to go with five easy Japanese recipes. We'll leave this as is. I'm then going to come down here and I'll just change this to casual. I'll use the second person real time. I want to not cite the sources. I want to use the outline editor. I want to improve readability, and I'm going to hit create outline. Now this is going to give us an outline that we can either use as is or we can edit. So we've got teriyaki chicken, sushi rolls, miso soup, tempura prawns, chicken katsu curry. These are all things that are common in Japan. I mean, sushi rolls, teriyaki chicken could also be common in the West as well. Miso soup, pretty much Japanese people eat this every single day. So if we come down here, I think this is going to be okay just to demonstrate the process. If you wanted to change any of these recipes, you could just click on one of these and then change it out. But for speed, I'm going to keep it as it is. We are then going to click on Write Article, and Koala AI is going to give us the first draft. Now, I've always said with this kind of stuff, you don't just want to use it as is. You want to make sure that whatever any AI gives you, you proofread, you fact check, you go through all the grammar and all of that stuff, and I'll share this really quickly. So we've got the article being written right now. We've done the first two. So let's just pause the video and wait till it's done. Okay, so we've got this pretty cool article. We've got enough information here that we can use as a starting point. We've got an extra bit at the end about Japanese ingredients and some tips for cooking at home. And then it ends with exploring Japanese cuisine at a regional level, which is totally cool because I've got an article on that I can link to. So the first thing I want to click on is polish, and that is going to improve it like this. It's going to reduce the repetition. It's going to split it up into smaller sentences, convert the passive voice to the active voice. Now, it doesn't do that for every single sentence, but it's definitely worth doing because as good as this is, you still want to, polish it up as much as you can. Now, once it's polished, we're going to head on over to any AI tool, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. And we just want to make sure that it's factually correct. Now, for something like recipes, it's probably going to be fine. But for certain topics, AI does occasionally provide misinformation. So it's really important that the content that you create is factually accurate. So now the article has been polished, we're going to hit copy and we're going to head on over, in this case, to Claude, but you can use ChatGPT, Gemini, it doesn't really matter. So I've said, please look at this article on Japanese recipes and list anything that is factually incorrect. And then we've got the article, which I'm now going to paste, and then I'm going to hit enter, and we're going to find out if anything is factually incorrect. So we're going to have to go through this. While there might be some simplifications or generalizations, as is common, I didn't notice any statements that I would consider factually incorrect based on my knowledge of Japanese cuisine. So that's great to know. Anything that was listed as factually incorrect, we would need to go and we would need to change. And also you can leverage your own knowledge, skills and expertise on the subject matter as well. So knowing that, I'm just going to go back and copy it once more. I'm going to head on over to another tool. So this is called Hemingway. Now Hemingway has a free and a paid version. I'm on the paid plan because it just saves me so much time, and it allows me to improve the readability and see if I can just make it a better article. So I'm going to paste the whole thing in here. And we can see that this readability is already really good. The lower the better. So it's grade 5 readability, so it's not complicated whatsoever. I have found that if you use certain AI models for crafting articles, it can be super complex, super wordy, which makes it also sound super unnatural as well. So we can scroll down and we can make any edits that we want. So let's go to the top. So according to Hemingway, one sentence only is very hard to read, which is this one, which is highlighted in red. So because I have the pro plan, I can just click on this, simplify it for me. It gives me a suggestion. I can use the suggestion. It's still quite wordy, but it's gone down. This sentence has gone down from grade 15 to grade 14. Now it's only one sentence, so it's not a big deal. But when you've got, 30, 40 sentences that certain other AI models might give you, it can be quite time consuming to go through and rewrite things. I also have a Grammarly extension, so if I was to click on one of these underline words and then click on see more in Grammarly, I can go through and I can make changes to the accuracy, the deliverability, and all of that stuff. So let's click on use this version and it kind of rewrites it and it makes it better. But again, don't just take Grammarly's suggestions on face value, because sometimes it will choose things that don't often make sense. So you want to just double check everything. But as it is, this article is fine. So now I can copy this article, I can paste it to my WordPress site, I can format it, I can edit it, I can add images, I can add links, and I can publish this. And then I've got a place for my new Pinterest images that I can then create to send traffic to. And it all started with this free keyword tool from Tailwind. So I'll leave all of the links in the description that I've mentioned in this video. If you've got any questions, please leave them below. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing if you've not done so already, and I'll see you soon. Take care.